Submitted for your approval, today we're diving into one of the most iconic and forgotten Halloween episodes from Nickelodeon's classic horror anthology series, Are You Afraid of the Dark? The Tale of the Midnight Ride. The Tale of the Midnight Ride is actually a very important episode when it comes to the structure of the Midnight Society. We start off the episode with Gary explaining that David and Kristen have moved away and their positions will need to be filled. Thus, we get the introduction of Tucker, Gary's younger brother. To everyone's groan,
oh man, not a chance.
He must tell a story before becoming an official member. Thus unfolds the iconic story of the Tale of the Midnight Ride, a legendary story about a headless horseman and Sleepy Hollow. Tucker gives us a brief recap of the legend before we're brought into the modern day. New to the town, Ian Matthews is a real tryhard when it comes to making new friends and getting girls.
Hi, I'm Ian.
Sweet intro, bro.
I'm Katie.
Are you kidding me? That worked? I really need to rethink my approach on Bumble. Ian starts off strong with breaking the ice by asking the hard-hitting questions.
What is all this stuff?
Really, dude? It's October, you see pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns? Like, what do you think she's doing, baking a cake? Ian offers to help Katie and apparently her gigantic silk shirt decorate for the Halloween dance, while also simultaneously giving the sickest burn and finger guns I have ever seen to Katie's ex. Suck on these fingers, bro. Bang, 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 bang. While setting up for decorations, Ian just can't seem to stop himself from rubbing Katie's ex, Brad, the wrong way.
So, are you going to the dance tonight?
Why are you asking?
You stay away from her.
Yeah, Brad, that 3-foot drop is very intimidating. Ian shows up to the dance where we are introduced to some of the greatest costumes of all time. First up, we have fancy Civil War maiden. Next, super fat Fred Flintstone, and oh my god, what is that? Is that a karate master with a volcano head top? Is that even a thing? This kid too thinks he looks so baller. Gonna slay on the dance floor tonight. Look out, ladies. Everyone at the dance is having a good time except for Brad. Wait a second. Is that kid dressed up as Tintin? That's so niche. Someone in production must have loved 1930s French and Belgium comics. While at the dance, Brad decides to challenge Ian to live out the legend of the Headless Horseman by collecting his pumpkin head. Let me just say, if there's one thing that makes this episode great, it's all the spooky outdoor locations. They look so awesome, especially when the fog starts to roll in. Ian finds the pumpkin and is pursued by the Headless Horseman, only to find out that it's Brad pulling a prank on him.
Oh man, this is gonna go down in history. Help, help, don't take my head!
Brad's prank backfires as Katie decides to walk home with Ian. Just like always, guys, alpha male fails again. Along their travels, they run into Ichabod Crane, who is looking for directions.
I'm afraid I've lost my way in these wretched woods. Would you be so kind as to direct me to the Bridge of Souls?
Bridge of Souls, you say? That's a bit ominous and on the nose. I wonder if that's going to be an important location later. From here, Ian and Katie draw the anger of the Headless Horseman. The legend of Sleepy Hollow stops being a legend, and the Headless Horseman starts chasing Ian and Katie all the way back to the Bridge of Souls. Ha! I knew that was going to be an important location.
Stop! What? Turn left!
Did she just say turn left?
Stop! What? Turn left!
But that's from our perspective. They obviously went right. Well, I guess I'm wrong because I just turned on the captions, and she does say that she's going right. It must be that Canadian accent throwing me off again, eh?
I'm sorry.
As they make their way to the bridge, they are cut off by the horsemen and seek cover. Ah, yes, the perfectly placed wall of organized sticks. That'll fool them. Perfect. Ian makes a mad dash for the bridge, where the horseman pursues him only to crash and burst into flames faster than me investing in NFTs. Oh my god, look at that explosion. What is this, Michael Bay's first day on the job? Ichabod Crane returns to our duo to let them know that he will be taking the other path, which will set the legend back to normal.
Why are you coming back?
Oh, I'm afraid I've totally lost my way. I think it best to go back to the fork and take the right path. That should set things straight.
But beware, because the Headless Horseman still lurks out there in the fog and the trees.
The end.
This episode is a true gem to watch around Halloween. It sets the perfect mood with its classic theme, modern day retelling of the legendary story, and awesome visuals. As I mentioned earlier, the locations are absolutely stunning, especially when the fog rolls in. The lighting is done with such style, and even though the effects are admittedly a little bit on the cheesy side, they still work extremely well for the episode, and it does add to its charm. Now, are there some issues? Sure, like this kid at the dance headbanging harder than a juggalo. The kid's on some hardcore E. And for a story that's supposedly set in Westchester County, New York, USA, you sure do hear a lot of Canadianisms slip through.
You don't go out anymore.
I'm sorry. Ian, I'm really sorry.
This episode right here is just straight up fun to watch around Halloween. In fact, that's exactly what I do every year. However, there is a catch. This episode is rare and extremely hard to find. It's not available on any streaming service, and the uploaded version on YouTube and other platforms are so low res that they're practically unwatchable. Currently, the only legitimate way to watch it is to buy it on YouTube for just $2, which is exactly what I did. And honestly, it's worth every penny. I'll drop a link in the description below if you want to experience this Halloween classic for yourself this spooky season. Trust me, it's a small price to pay for a piece of nostalgic horror gold.
Happy Halloween!